generations, in your family, in your children, in their children, in their children. May his favor be upon you.
Noah Lyles may be the fastest man on the planet, but this time it's not his speed making headlines, it's his fiancée, Junelle Bromfield. After years of silence, the Jamaican Olympian has finally spoken out, breaking her silence on their relationship, her struggles, and the powerful moment that changed everything. On the 28th of September 2025, Noah Lyles and Junelle Bromfield took a step that had nothing to do with medals or world titles. At a live church in Orlando, Florida, the power couple stood side by side, professing their Christian faith in a joint baptism. The video, shared on Lyles' Instagram, showed them being immersed together as he captioned it with the Bible verse Joshua 24:15, "But as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord." This moment resonated far beyond athletics. Fans, fellow athletes, and media outlets around the world praised the couple for publicly declaring their faith. It wasn't about records, it was about values, family, and the foundation they want to build together. Junelle, who has often been more reserved compared to her outspoken fiancé, seemed to embrace the spotlight in this moment. For her, it wasn't just about baptism, it was about showing strength, resilience, and clarity in the face of criticism she has endured. While Lyles is the global face of sprinting, Bromfield has her own remarkable story. Born in Jamaica, she grew up in a culture where sprinting is a national obsession. By the time she was 8, she was already competing at the highest youth levels, showing the kind of resilience and hunger that would carry her to 2 Olympic Games. Her specialty lies in the 400 meters and the 4x400m relay, events in which she has represented Jamaica with distinction. At the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, she helped secure a bronze medal in the women's relay. She also earned medals at the World Championships, World Indoor Championships, and the 2022 Commonwealth Games. A 2-time Olympian and relay medalist, Bromfield's career speaks for itself. Yet, despite these achievements, she has faced intense scrutiny back home in Jamaica. Lyles himself spoke about this in 2024, praising her resilience. "She has been through so much in her life that I could never imagine fighting through," he wrote. But the most impressive thing I've seen recently is how she's dealt with the pure disrespect and hatred towards her from her own country. She keeps moving forward, knowing that God will always make a way. Junelle has quietly endured these challenges, but her silence was never weakness. It was her way of staying focused. Her baptism with Lyles was a powerful message. Her faith is her shield, and her future is hers to define. Lyles and Bromfield's love story has unfolded in front of the public eye. The two began dating in 2021, and by August 2023, Lyles proposed. In October 2024, they confirmed their engagement, setting the stage for what many are calling one of track and field's most high-profile weddings. Planned for spring 2026, the wedding is expected to be more than just a celebration of their union. It's being positioned as a cultural statement. Bromfield has already spoken about her vision for a melanin-inspired wedding, designed to inspire Jamaican children to embrace their heritage and identity with pride.
Nicest things you ever done for me was take care of me when I was sick. I couldn't even get off the bed and everybody was fighting around me and you were telling them, bringing order to everybody.
So one of the nicest things you've done for me is listen to all that I said I was lacked when I was growing up and tried to give it to me.
For Lyles, his devotion to Junelle has been visible in small but symbolic gestures. Before the Tokyo 2025 World Championships, he dyed his hair blonde, telling the media, "I want to be the man she fell in love with." In a sport where image and performance intertwine, that statement highlighted just how important she is in his life. Their relationship has also bridged two nations that often view themselves as sprinting rivals.
The reason I dyed my hair was 2 reasons. One is Junelle says she fell in love with me with short hair. So I'm planning to cut the hair. And I said I'd never dye my hair again unless I was planning to cut it soon after. So I'm planning to cut my hair.
The fact that an American sprint star and a Jamaican Olympian are building a life together has sparked conversations about unity, love, and respect across borders. Some see their bond as symbolic, showing that even in a sport dominated by rivalry, love knows no boundaries. While Bromfield has stepped back from competition since her engagement, she remains an anchor in Lyles' life. She cheers him on through the highs and comforts him in the lows. When Lyles won his 4th consecutive 200 meters world title in Tokyo, tying Usain Bolt's legendary record, Bromfield was among the first to congratulate him. And it's not just about victories. Lyles has been open about his struggles with asthma, allergies, dyslexia, ADD, anxiety, and depression. He has never hidden his battles, and Bromfield has been a consistent source of encouragement through them. To him, her strength is just as important as any training session. Friends close to the couple have also revealed how Junelle has become an important stabilizing force in Noah's often hectic world. While he thrives in the spotlight with his larger-than-life personality, Junelle provides balance, offering him calm and perspective when the noise of fame grows too loud. Until now, Bromfield has often let Lyles' words carry their relationship in the media. But her recent decision to speak publicly, especially around their baptism and upcoming marriage, marks a turning point. She has made it clear, she isn't just standing beside Noah, she is carving her own space as a role model. By openly discussing her faith, her heritage, and her vision for the future, Bromfield is giving fans and critics alike a closer look at who she is. Her message is about more than athletics. It's about resilience, representation, and purpose. Her silence is broken, not with anger, but with conviction. And in that conviction, she's reminding the world that she is not defined by her fiancé's fame, but by her own story. She has even hinted at future ambitions beyond athletics, including a desire to mentor younger Jamaican athletes and possibly pursue higher education in psychology. For Junelle, the next chapter isn't just about being Noah Lyles' wife, it's about shaping her own legacy. Together, Noah Lyles and Junelle Bromfield represent something larger than themselves. He is the flamboyant showman, the Olympic champion who never shies away from the spotlight. She is the quiet force, the steady believer who has faced criticism but continues to rise. Their union blends two cultures, American and Jamaican, and now, through their baptism, two spirits walking the same path of faith. Their story is no longer just about sports, it's about love, faith, and resilience. It's about how two world-class athletes can use their platform to inspire far beyond the track. And it's about how a young Jamaican woman, once dismissed by critics, is now speaking her truth alongside one of the most decorated sprinters of his generation. Their journey has already inspired fans worldwide, but what makes it powerful is its authenticity. They are not perfect, nor do they pretend to be. Instead, they share their faith, their struggles, and their triumphs with honesty, and that honesty is what makes people believe in them. Junelle Bromfield's silence is over. In stepping forward, through her baptism, her wedding plans, and her own voice, she has redefined her image from simply Noah Lyles' girlfriend to a woman of faith, resilience, and inspiration. Together, she and Lyles are not just chasing medals, they're building a legacy rooted in love, strength, and destiny. The world has watched Noah Lyles race. Now, it's time to listen to the woman who's running beside him.
Kevin Chippy, can he turn it into a gold medal for Botswana? Kevin Chippy becomes the first ever champion.
Colin Chippy wasn't expected to win. At just 21 years old, running in heavy rain, he didn't just win, he shocked the world and made history. How did a young runner from Botswana deliver one of the fastest 400 meters races ever in such tough conditions? Colin Chippy was 21 years old when it happened. In Tokyo, with rain pounding on the track, he stepped up to the line and delivered what will go down as one of the most electrifying finishes in modern 400 meters history. That man is Busang Colin Chippy of Botswana, and this is the story of how a rising star stunned the world. It began long before that final burst, in the modest town of Hukunsi in Botswana. Born on the 13th of February 2004, Colin Chippy grew up far from the global spotlight. His journey through athletics was gradual. He wasn't an instant phenom, but a steady climber. Over time, he sharpened his speed, his endurance, and his race tactics. He first made noise in regional competitions and youth events, carrying a quiet promise. By 2021, he was already on the map, part of Botswana's 4x400M relay squad that won gold at the World U20 Championships in Nairobi. That was a glimpse of what was coming. He continued lowering his times. In 2022, he made noise on the African relay scene, and by 2023 at the World Championships in Budapest, he showed he belonged, slashing his personal best to 44.8 seconds to reach the semifinals. That steady ascent set the stage. In 2024, at the Olympics, he ran with Botswana's 4x400M team and brought home a silver medal. The experience taught him what it meant to race under pressure at the highest level. By 2025, he was no longer just a prospect. He was a contender. In Diamond League meets earlier in the season, he posted strong times, 44.53 inches, Xiamen, 44.63 inches Shanghai, and 44.51 at the Golden Gala in Rome. Those results confirmed he was peaking, but the world stage would be the ultimate test. The World Athletics Championships in Tokyo had heats, semifinals, and then the final. In the heats, Kebonetshipi ran 44.48, a season's best at that point, and safely advanced. In the semifinals, he shocked everyone by running 43.61 seconds, a new personal best and the world-leading time going into the final. Finals are different. In Tokyo, the rain came. The track was soaked. Every step became heavier, every lane more treacherous. Many athletes shrank under that pressure. But Kebonetshipi didn't. When the gun fired and the final began, South Africa's Zakithi Nene exploded out of the blocks, forcing a fast early pace. The favorites jostled for position. Kebonetshipi ran controlled, conserving his energy and watching the field. Then, in the final turn and into the home straight, he surged. Under relentless rain, he powered ahead. While others struggled with footing and fatigue, Kebonetshipi drove through the last 100 meters, rising to the challenge. When he crossed the line, his time registered 43.53 seconds, a national record for Botswana, the world's fastest time that year, and a new name was etched into history. He wasn't alone in making history. His compatriot Bayapo Ndori captured the bronze with 44.2 seconds, giving Botswana a double podium finish. For the first time ever, a Botswana athlete stood atop the world in the men's 400 meters. It was a great night for Botswana, and the international press knew it. But Kebonetshipi wasn't finished yet. On another rain-soaked evening, he anchored Botswana's 4x400M relay team to gold. The relay final was dramatic. Lightning, heavy downpour, and fierce national pride on the line. The U.S. team, historically dominant in this event, had changed their entire lineup for the final. They looked dangerous. But Botswana, led by Kebonetshipi on the anchor leg, held their nerve. In a tight finish, Botswana clocked 2:57.76, narrowly ahead of the U.S. and South Africa, both timed at 2:57.83. The Americans edged silver by fractions. In that final leg, Kebonetshipi said he ran with strategy, conserve early, then push hard in the last 80 meters. He delivered. That win made Botswana the first African nation ever to claim gold in the men's 4x400M relay. 2 golds in Tokyo, 1 individual, 1 team. 2 moments that changed how the world sees him. Let's pause and reflect. A few things make this breakout win so special. First, the conditions. Rain rarely cooperates with fast sprint performances. The track becomes slippery, athletes become cautious, and times generally slow. To run 43.53 under such conditions is extraordinary. Second, the age and trajectory. At 21, many sprinters are still growing into their prime. Kebonetshipi's rise wasn't sudden, it was built. He sharpened his craft through consistent improvement and championship experience. His Tokyo run crystallized all of that. Third, the historical significance. He is the first man from Botswana to win a world championship in the 400 meters. That one victory rewrote his nation's athletics history. Fourth, his performance under pressure. He had already proven himself in relays and global meets, but in Tokyo he delivered on an individual stage. That shows mental toughness as much as physical excellence. Fifth, the speed. A time of 43.53 puts him among the fastest men in history. It's not just a national record, it's a world statement. Sixth, the symbolic weight. For Botswana, a country not traditionally known for sprint dominance, this win is inspiration. It signals that global athletic excellence can come from anywhere. His success will inspire the next generation. Kebonetshipi didn't just win because he was lucky. Several elements aligned. He showed patience. He didn't go out too fast. He saved energy and finished strong. His bend running was elite. Many 400 meters races are decided on the curve. He held speed and balance despite wet conditions, giving him a launch into the final stretch. He stayed composed. Finals come with nerves and expectation. He looked calm and focused. His conditioning was elite. The ability to hold speed when muscles scream under fatigue shows world-class training. And he had the confidence that comes from prior success. Diamond League consistency helped build belief. Now, he enters a new phase. The spotlight will follow. Expectations will rise. Competitors will study his every move. Can he maintain this level? Can he stay healthy and focused? Will he move toward the 200 meters or double up? Those are questions yet to be answered. He has time. At 21, he could dominate the 400 meters for years. With the right support, He could even challenge records thought untouchable. His country is backing him. After his wins, Betway pledged over 1.32 million pula to celebrate his achievement and support the national team. That kind of support fuels ambition and training. This moment is more than a win. It's a marker, a new name in the books, a signal to the world that Botswana has arrived in global sprinting. In the rain in Tokyo, Colin Kebinat-Shipi didn't just run fast, he redefined what was possible. He turned pressure into performance. He delivered not once, but twice. And the world won't forget.
A battle between these two, and Gout working so hard to get to him, and he gets there. Gout takes it by a meter.
This 17-year-old kid just did something that even Usain Bolt never did when he was the same age. His name is Gout, and he ran so fast that he broke a record that was 56 years old. While most kids his age worry about homework and video games, Gout is breaking records that stood for over 50 years. He ran 200 meters in just 20.04 seconds when he was only 16. That's faster than the great Usain Bolt ran when he was under 18. So who is this kid, and how did he get so fast so quickly? Gout was born in Australia to parents from South Sudan. His mom, Monica, and dad, Bona, moved to Australia in 2005 to give their family a better life. They had 7 kids, and Gout was one of them. The family settled in Queensland, near Brisbane. Gout's dad works as a food worker and drives for Uber to make extra money. His mom cleans buildings. They work hard to take care of their big family. Gout still lives at home and shares a room with his older brother. He says his brother is messier than him. Even though Gout is now famous, he lives like a normal teenager. He plays video games like Fortnite and scrolls through TikTok just like other kids. But there's something special about Gout that most people didn't know about until recently. When Gout was 12, his school had a sports day. A coach named Dee Shepherd was watching. She saw this tall, skinny kid run, and she knew right away he was different. Dee Shepherd used to work in the school uniform shop. She's 60 years old now and coaches track. When she saw Gout run, she told him something no one had ever said before. Gout remembers what she said. She basically told me I could be great, and that was the first time anyone ever told me something like that. Dee became his coach. She's tough and says what she thinks. She believes Gout will win Olympic gold one day. She told Australian TV, "I'm not suggesting it. He's going to go to that level. Olympic gold. It might not be in 2028, but definitely going to happen in 2032. The year 2032 is special because that's when Australia will host the Olympics in Brisbane. That's right in Gout's home area. Gout started getting faster and faster. When he was 14, he broke the Australian record for kids his age in the 100-meter race. When he was 15, he did it again in the 200 meters. But the big moment came in December 2024. Gout was running at his school championships. He ran the 200 meters in 20.04 seconds. This broke a record that had stood since 1968. That's 56 years.
Optical illusion. It looks like he's accelerating, but he's not. Nobody does. Maybe Bolt did back then, but Gout wouldn't be, but he's holding his form, and as the others...
The old record belonged to Peter Norman, who won a medal at the Olympics way back then. Peter Norman's family was happy to see Gout break the record. His daughters said their dad would have loved it, but here's the crazy part. When Usain Bolt was under 18, his best time was 20.13 seconds. Gout ran 20.04 when he was only 16. That made him only the second person ever to run faster than young Bolt. Usain Bolt noticed. The greatest sprinter ever posted a photo with Gout and wrote, "He looks like young me." Bolt even sent Gout a message on Instagram saying the same thing. But Bolt also gave him some advice. He warned that moving from junior races to adult races is hard. Bolt told reporters in Tokyo, "It's always easier when you're younger. I used to do great things when I was young, but the transition to senior from junior is always tougher. It's all about if you get the right coach, the right people around you, if you're focused enough." People started comparing Gout to Bolt all the time. They look similar when they run. Both are tall with long legs. Both have high knees and smooth running styles. Gout knows about the comparisons. He said, "In the moment, it feels great because everyone wants to be compared to Usain, but at times it does get a bit overwhelming. Although I do run like Usain Bolt, I do maybe look like him in a couple of ways. I'm just trying to be myself." After breaking the Australian record, Gout became famous. He signed a big deal with Adidas worth about $6 million. Companies wanted him to be the face of their brand, but Gout was still in high school. His manager decided to say no to most interview requests. They wanted to keep his life normal for as long as possible. In June 2025, Gout traveled to Europe for his first big race against adults. It was in the Czech Republic at a meet called the Golden Spike. This is where Usain Bolt used to race too. Gout won the race in 20.02 seconds. He broke his own Australian record again. And here's the cool part. When Bolt first raced at this same meet in 2006,